What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Recently, Bob Iger and Kevin Feige have come out and admitted there are massive issues with Marvel, but they've come out and said what they're going to do to fix it. Seems like they're actually listening to the audience somewhat, and it's just going to be good vibes going into Secret Wars and X-Men because the changes they're making are going to make Marvel go back to their heyday. We've got lots of cool Marvel content to look forward to. Deadpool and Wolverine, Fantastic Four, so on and so forth. So if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture, based content. Yo, that was a mouthful. That I try to cover on a daily basis. If you could, become a channel member for less than 99p and less than $1. It really does keep the lights on at the Warstu channel. And it's much appreciated if you could. Follow us on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. And if you could, check us out on Twitter. Warstu. Right, let's get into it. So, it's not very often that a CEO of one of the biggest companies in the world admits they were wrong. Kevin Feige also has admitted they were wrong. It should always be quality over quantity. But I think half that problem was during they were just trying to chuck out a bunch of content. So in a recent interview, Bob Iger said Marvel would limit itself to 2 or 3 movies maximum per year in terms of Marvel and 2 TV shows per year. Personally, I think they should scrap all the TV shows because let's be honest, except for Loki and except for WandaVision, they were basically mid. So this came up in a recent earnings call. He says the plan will see Marvel putting out an average of 2 movies a year, maximum of 3. And the Disney Plus shows will be released less often, about 2 a year. Now, this is fantastic because we're living in this superhero fatigue. But it's not really superhero fatigue because if you look at the numbers, obviously No Way Home did massive numbers. But it's not like Marvel's taken massive hits because if you look at the numbers for Black Panther 2, aka Wakanda Forever, Thor Love and Thunder did 700 million. The only 2 movies that have flopped massively for Marvel was Ant-Man, that did, I think, just under $500 million, but it cost like $350 to make, so it lost money, and Captain Marvel 2. So even though Marvel's going through a bad patch, it's not like they've lost that much money overall, because you got to think, Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, Phase 4, they made so much money that they can kind of afford to take a few hits here and there. We're slowly going to decrease the volume and go to probably about 2 series a year instead of what had become 4, and reduce our film output from maybe 4 a year to 2, max 3, which is cool. Disney's effort to reduce Marvel's output is almost certainly a response to fears of superhero fatigue. Is there superhero fatigue? I don't know, because The Batman did pretty well. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 did pretty well. I know a lot of people go, oh, it's because James Gunn. Nah, that's the Marvel brand that's built around that. And diminishing box office returns on recent MCU films, yes. But as we said, Thor Love and Thunder actually still made money. Wakanda Forever still did numbers. Doctor Strange 2 did just under $1 billion. But it might have been the busiest of the last decade, especially since the advent of streaming service Disney Plus. Now it sounds like that will change. Iger says he's excited about Marvel's up-and-coming schedule, adding, with a goal with stricter lineup to increase quantity over quality. Overall, I feel great about the slate. And that's cool because Marvel fans are still there. They're just not going to be invested unless you give them something to be invested in. So if you do less projects, you can make the projects that you are doing way better. Now, it's really good that Kevin Feige is self-aware. Not many head of companies are self-aware. So in a recent interview with Empire magazine, your boy Kevin Drizzle, your boy Kevin Feige had a lot to say. So let's break it down. Kevin Feige says you'd have to live under a rock not to know that the last few Marvel movies have failed to unite the world in the way that so many did. Now, this is pretty huge because this means a head of a company is self-aware, and it also means that it appears like Bob Iger is being self-aware or he's just saying what everyone wants to hear. But either way, Feige knows they've messed up with the most recent projects, mainly being Captain Marvel 2, although I didn't think it was that bad, and Ant-Man 3. They literally changed the whole of the freaking ending. They changed so much about the movie close to its release. I don't know why Marvel keeps doing that. That's why I'm really confident in Deadpool Wolverine, because they can't mess that up, realistically. So the fact that Kevin Feige comes out and admits he knows they've messed up, and they address how they're going to go forward, Obviously, with Bob Iger saying they're going for quality over quantity. We here at the Warstu channel, we personally think they should just scrap the Disney Plus shows because they're irrelevant, realistically, in my opinion. But it is interesting. So there is a interview here with head of Marvel, co-president of Marvel Studio, admits to Empire in a world exclusive. He see Wade Wilson, mutant team up, as a threequel, as a sign of things getting back on track. If we just stay on top, that would have been the worst that could have happened. We took a little hit. We're coming back strong. The less is more ethos looks set to continue in years to come. Maybe when you do too much, you dilute yourself a little bit. We're not going to do that anymore. We learn our lesson. Maybe 2 or 3 films. He's literally just saying what essentially Bob Iger said. For Marvel Studio boss Kevin Feige, he sees the positive side of the MCU being back on the back foot again. After all, back in phase 1, that's exactly where they begin. It's nice to be able to rally behind one feature project this year, he tells Empire. I'm much more comfortable about the underdog. I prefer being able to surprise and exceed expectations. So it doesn't seem like last year, which was not ideal, has set us up for that as well. So basically, they're just saying they've learned from the mistakes and going forward, they know exactly what's going on. It is really cool to see him saying you don't have to live under a rock. To not know Marvel basically is not as relevant as it used to be. But with time, it will become the juggernaut again because there's so many cool projects in the running. If the rumors are true for the Fantastic Four, if the rumors are true for what they're doing with the X-Men, if they're making the post-credit scene in Captain Marvel 2 really prevalent and really relevant in the terms of that would be the universe where the X-Men are from. And with the success of X-Men 97, it does look like they are going to push the mutants into the MCU way sooner than what they wanted. Sure, we got Beast. Sure, we got Binary, a variant of Monica Rambeau's mother. If that is the X-Men universe, that's cool because they can start to push forward way, way, way sooner than what a lot of people thought. So there's obviously Captain America 4, there's Thunderbolts. There's a lot of cool projects in the running to come out. It's just a case of will the general audience like Thunderbolts? Will the general audience accept Captain America 4? Of course they will, because the Red Hulk is going to be in it. So I think going forward after Deadpool 3, I think Marvel has put himself in a really good position. The fact that it test screened really poorly and Marvel like, no, we're going to have to change a bunch of stuff. And they've changed it and delayed Captain America 4 obviously till next year. So it's not the case that they're doing it last minute. They've pushed, like Captain America 4 does not come out till next year. So they've got over a year to fix the movie and make the Marvel movie as good as it can be. And then we've got the Fantastic Four, which should be one of the biggest Marvel movies in recent years if it does deliver. If the rumors are true, we're going to do a different video about that. But I am really looking forward to whatever Marvel is going to drop at San Diego Comic-Con this summer and then D23 a little while later. There are some rumors that Marvel won't be at San Diego Comic-Con. No, they're definitely going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. They need to be there. They need to reassure the fans that they've got this and they're good because as set for Deadpool 3, fans have kind of tuned out a little bit, which is not good for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's not good for their bottom line. And overall, Marvel can recover because not every movie they made banged. As long as the movies make money and make a bit of profit, that's realistically all they need to do. And with the pending Kang's Dynasty, Avengers 5, Avengers 6, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, so on and so forth, Daredevil series, there is so much coolness to come. So if this is the kind of content you like, please like the channel, please subscribe and comment down below. Check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. And I'll catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.